Are we on? Are we good? Yeah? Okay. Right on. Hey guys! So today we're going to talk about ColourPop. And ColourPop is a super cute little company that's from the States, based in LA, and yeah, I purchased 2 orders and I'm crazy like that. So I'm going to talk about the eyeshadows and the lipsticks, and yeah, and do like little swatches on my arm. I am actually wearing a lipstick right now, and it's a Skimpy. I'll get into that in a bit, and then I'm also wearing some eyeshadows by them as well. So ColourPop is a company that started out as offering products for $5. Pardon me, their lipsticks and their eyeshadows at the time, and now they ventured into blushes, and they're, I believe, $8. I'm in Canada, so obviously with the exchange rate it's going to be a little more, and then with the shipping. So the one thing you have to know about ColourPop is that the actual grams, like the weight and the volume, is actually less than your typical eyeshadow and your typical lipstick. The lipsticks are 1 gram, and I believe, how much are the what are the eyeshadows? They are 2.1 grams of eyeshadow. So bear that in mind and keep that in mind when you are buying them. I will have to say that the lipsticks, they have this at first, this kind of sweet smell, but then it kind of smells kind of Play-Doh like when it's actually on the lips. So just if you don't like kind of fragrance, you might be bothered by that. The textures, the texture is hella good. So they do have different kind of finishes, but let's get back, whoa. Tangential, little wagon? Okay, let's get back to the texture. The texture is kind of a creamy, wet kind of feeling. The closest I can think of is Chanel Illusion d'Ombre. And yeah, but it's got that bouncy kind of feeling to them too, which is it's an interesting texture. Now, they suggest the best way and the most pigmented way to use them is with your finger. And I'm all about using your fingers, baby, as long as they're nice and clean and you're not looking for a precise application. If you're looking for the latter, the precise application, you're obviously going to use a brush. With the brush, you don't get as much of a pigmentation, it's grammar. Anyway, of pigmentation. They do blend really easily. You're just gonna have to pack on a little more, and you might get more of the glitter more so than the color. So that's the texture. In terms of finishes, I think I go into more detail on my blog about all the different finishes that are available. So I'm first going to talk about the eyeshadows. Now, the eyeshadows, this is what they look like. They do have a screw off top. You do have to make sure when you use them, you're going to want to screw them on nice and tightly after you're done, because they will dry out. And they even say that within they have these little cards that come with them with tips and tricks and so forth. So I got a nice box on my second order. The first order came in a bubble package, and they actually turned out fine. The ones in the box, however, were all broken. It kind of smushed them out and together, and it didn't ruin the product's ability to work. However, it did kind of ruin the pattern and so forth. But anyway, wow. I digress. Back to it. Back to the eyeshadows. So my eyeshadows, I didn't buy any mattes. They're all pretty metallic and they're all pretty neutral. I wanted to, when I bought them, I didn't want to go with some crazy colors, but they do have some really cool colors, some blues and beautiful purples, and I think they have some really bright oranges and yellows and so forth. But yeah, so on to the ones I actually bought. Yeah. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is called On the Rocks. On the Rocks is a bronzy color. Dang. So this is what it looks like. You can see there's beautiful metallic sheen to it, and it does have little micro glitters. I don't know if the camera's really picking that up, but On the Rocks has kind of golds and greens and kind of purples, and this is what I'm talking about, the texture. See, there's the imprint, embossment of the actual product, and then they're very, very soft. I don't know if you can see that my little finger is making a little imprint in there. but beautiful. And they're very, very pigmented. So I'm going to swatch that on my arm. That's on the rocks. Bronze, nice warm bronze, beautiful for summertime. I've worn that a few times, really quite lovely. Let's clean up my fingers. Man, I get so dirty. Not that kind of dirty. Anyway, the next one I'm going to show you is called 3. And 3 is a little bit of silver, a little bit of bronze. It's cooler bronze, and it has micro silver glitters in it. And that one is 3, right there. And I actually have that on the eye, on the outer corner. What is that? Okay, moving on. My boyfriend always tells me I make these like strangest little noises, and I don't ever really pick it up. Once in a while I'm just like, what the hell was that? Anyway, moving on. The next one's called Get Lucky, and this is very metallic, and as you can see how it kind of broke? You can see the little bit and how it's separated from the edges, but that's okay. It hasn't ruined the integrity of the product. So this one's Get Lucky, and this one's kind of a nice warm, not orangey kind of gold. It's kind of a more of a rich, I find a richer gold, and that's it right there. I'm more apt to wear these kind of golds than that orangey, I say cheap looking, kind of tacky looking gold. But anyway, so that's Get Lucky. It's a popular shade. Following that is Smash. Smash is kind of, I want to say almost like a sandy brown kind of gold. It does come out a little warm on my skin, but that's Smash right there. Again, it's going to be beautiful for summertime. As you see, there's a nice little, there's a pattern here. Man, I've got to get out of that, you know, typical, get out of that pattern, right? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't freaking know. Anyway, it's my day off. Next one is called Girly. This is probably the least metallic or shimmery one that I purchased. And in the actual container, it looks like nothing special, kind of like a vanilla. But when you swatch it, it has the champagne, almost like a duochrome, where it switches, it's not gonna pick it up on camera. It switches from like a kind of a yellowy champagne to kind of a pinky undertone. And it's so much prettier in person than it is as you're gonna see here. It's not even like picking up all that much, so I do apologize. But that is Girly. Beautiful, oh my god, freaking beautiful in the inner corner or under the brow bone. Next one is called Hammered. Hammered is one I was actually quite excited about. Kind of an olive green with some gold, and it looks like gold and silver? Micro glitters in it. And where shall we swatch you? We're gonna swatch you above on the rocks. So that's it right there. It's really pretty. It's almost like an old gold olive kind of color. Really, really nice. And I love it with my kind of hazel green brown eyes, because it's gonna bring out the green in them. So get on there. Get on it. Get on it. This next one is called So Quiche, and So Quiche is another one of their popular colors. This one's really interesting. It's like a taupey kind of color, and then it's got gold and pink micro glitters in it. So pretty. So that's So Quiche there. Nice. And again, these are all like just like kind of one little swirl in the pot, and then so they're pretty pigmented. This next one's called Lala, and it's described as a true rose gold. And I guess my vision of a rose gold is different than someone else's, but to me this is more of a copper, an orangey pinky copper. And maybe that's what a rose gold is, I don't know. But let's swatch it. So this one right here, what an awkward place to put it, Megan. Oh my Jesus. Okay. Anyway. So this one right here is Lala, and I think it's more of a coppery in my kind of vision of what a copper looks like, but really pretty. Gonna be great for those with brown eyes or green eyes that want to bring out that green. And the final one I have here is called Fringe. Oh my god, Fringe. Anyway, Fringe, that's what I was talking about. Fringe is, this is what Fringe looks like in the pan. Again, metallic, and it's like a champagne with little silver. It's swatched, and again, I guess we'll put you underneath. Well, it's not even showing up under. Beautiful. That is, oh, I love that color. So happy. I'm so happy with all these, to be honest with you. Maybe Lala, not so much, but that's my fault because I'm the one that ordered it. But anyway, Fringe, beautiful. Love it. It's great for all over the lid, and if you want it in the center to kind of like brighten up or give it a little oomph. When you have some other colors on, great for inner corner, you know what I mean? So that's awesome. These are their lipsticks or lippy sticks. Again, I have to say that this company kind of focuses, markets, what have you, on teenagers, early 20s, but I am neither of those, but I still like them. But marketing is not really aimed for my demographic, but anyway. It doesn't mean I don't still like them. Anyway, so I have bought 5, or actually 6. I can't find my last one. And the 6th one is called Bull Chic, and it's a matte black. So matte black is matte black, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna swatch them. So I have Skimpy on the lips right now, and Skimpy is a glossy, very comfortable, really pigmented colors, and they're not sticky, which is super nice. One thing I will have to say too is that I didn't buy the lip pencils, and they do have lip pencils that either match, exactly match the colors, or they're a color that's going to be complementary to the lipstick. So this is Skimpy, and Skimpy is a glossy, and again, it's on my lips, so I don't know, I'll swatch it anyway. Oh, my poor hand, arm, whatever. So that is Skimpy right there. Kind of a nice kind of pinky peach, beigey nude. Next one is Cookie. Cookie is a matte, and it's on the same lines as Skimpy. I thought Skimpy was going to be a little pinker, but it's still wearable, and I quite like it with my coloring. So this is Cookie. Cookie is actually deeper, so it's a little darker, and it's a little more on that peachier side. So that's Cookie right beside Skimpy there. The next one is Wet, and Wet is an interesting color. They have quite a few kind of interesting colors. This one called Bunny, which is like an emerald green, and Wet, they're both pearlized. I didn't get Bunny because I have no reason to wear green. This is Wet, and Wet is kind of a taupey, purpley brown kind of color. It reminds me of the Rihanna MAC color that just came out. Well, not just came out. Girl, you're behind the times. Months ago it came out. Anyway, I didn't buy it, but I'll buy it for $5. Next one I have is called Creature, and Creature is a matte. I thought this was going to be, so you'll see when I swatch it. So it's described as a brown burgundy red. I don't see the brown in it, I'm going to be honest. It's more of a kind of a burgundy kind of purpley color, but it's that vampy, great for winter, that was super popular. So this is Creature right there. So I don't know if it got mixed up perhaps with Dahlia, or there's a few other colors that are very similar to Creature, but I thought Creature was going to be a bit deeper, and I've seen it on other people and it doesn't quite look the same. So anyway, still very pretty though, and still very wearable. The final one I'm going to swatch for you is called Pitch, and Pitch is also a matte, and it's like a deep warm chocolate brown. And that is Pitch right beside Creature. So Pitch, Creature, Wet, Cookie, and Skimpy. And then like I said, I also have a matte black, which I can't find at the moment. And with that, I purchased the Bull Chic lip pencil, so that I have a black lip pencil, which is great for like ombreing or even just lighting, because I do feel like you need to. So anyway, those are those guys. Beautiful. Their mattes are very comfortable to wear. I wouldn't say that they're a true matte in the sense there's like, because these guys actually have a sheen to them.
I already said that. Man, I'm getting like my memory. Holy shit, like seriously. Anyway,
So again, not a true, I don't think, true matte, like a MAC matte. Yeah. Like the lip crease, you know what I mean? Like, you know how those lipsticks can just kind of freaking dry out your lips? And they're like, there's not even an ounce of sheen to it whatsoever. I do like them. Will I order more? I don't know. Cognizant of how much the weight is, because a matte lipstick is generally 3 grams and these guys are only 1 gram for their lipsticks. So, you know, just do the math on that. So yes, they seem kind of like inexpensive at first, but, and then there's also other like I don't go through lipsticks and I don't go through eyeshadows. I have very rarely hit pan. So I guess you could say there's the pros and cons right there with that. So it's up to you guys. I like them. I may order some more if they come out with some really great, some other shades. I'll keep checking online, but those are the good guys that I got right now. We'll see. You know, I might just be like bored one day and online shop and bada boom, I've ordered more. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this, guys, and I'll see you guys